It's time once again for three fucking friends to... Well, wait, that didn't come out right. Yeah, it's Bloody Scream Podcast Time, episode number 27, I think it is.
Damn!
Yeah, we've been doing this for 27 episodes. I was telling Nikki G this, Dustin. I went back and listened to our first episode, our very first one, back when we were on the Prefer reviews. Wow, I was just like, damn, we just don't know what we're doing. I'm not saying we're as experts now, but I really do believe we're much, much better.
Even as I was telling Brandon, I was telling him, when I was going back, before I came on the show, when I was listening to it, I had a lot of fun just hearing you guys getting nostalgic about all the old gaming systems and such.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for people who are new to the show, we used to actually, before we had questions and all that stuff for people, we used to just do reviews. We'd get through the top 5 news and bullshit, then we'd do reviews of random fucking games. We'd be like, oh, well, this week I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. And we'd just fucking review it. The reason why we don't do that is basically for time's sakes. We also used to go over an hour, too. We used to get, we'd go for as long as we needed until we just, we're out of shit, let's stop it, beep. And, that was, executive Brandon decided to put a nail in that coffin there.
And I'm totally glad we don't do the fucking reviews anymore as much, at least on the podcast.
Of course we still do reviews, but we only do it of new games that just came out, because I'm able to get new games, and I have had somebody ask, hey, why don't, you guys seem to be behind on stuff. That's a number of things, reason why we're behind, why we're not currently, why this week you don't see a review of Lost Planet 3 or something. That's because, folks, let's put it this way. I'm the only one that really gets the games for the most part, and Nick, who is not on this podcast, is the only one that gets to play them, because Dustin's down in the Springs, and Nikki G doesn't leave his house. So, yeah. And also, how dare I totally forget to announce, Nikki G is here! Say hello.
Hello.
And Dustin.
Yes!
Yes, we got Nikki G and Dustin here. How rude of me to totally forget that. I was just so focused on talking about me and just me, so...
You son of a bitch.
I was like, yeah, this podcast is the Brandon podcast with just Brandon talking about Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon. This is my ego. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we've had some people, we've had at least one person say that I basically need to shut up more, and I'm just like, you shut up. I invented this. I'm God, bitch. So, I don't know about you two, I've been kind of fasting today, I've only been snacking a little bit, because I've mentioned this to you two already, but yes, I am ready to eat about 3 pounds of a burrito.
Holy hell.
I really don't know, Dustin, you've actually held the Gutbuster in your hand. How big would you say this thing is?
It's like a liter of soda. I don't know, a little bigger than that.
A liter? What are we doing those measurements for?
Well, okay, isn't it 33.8 fluid ounces or something? I could just say that, but a liter is a liter.
Well, I don't know why you're going by ounces instead of, fluid ounces instead of going by pounds and ounces.
I figure most people drink soda and they know how big a liter of soda is, that's why I used it.
I don't know.
That's the first thing that came to mind. It was approximately that size. But I could say fucking inches and shit. But...
Well, I was talking about the weight of the bastard, because it's not like 7 pounds of burrito, because I know it's not that big, but I know I want to say it's about 3 to 3.5 pounds of a burrito. And I can tell you, people, it's this place called City Burrito. I don't know. I know it's in Colorado. I don't know how far it stretches. But it is basically the burrito I'm going to get, and I already had it planned out in my head. It's going to be a potato burrito, and they have fried potatoes. And then I'm going to be getting bacon and chorizo sausage, the 2 worst products I can get at there, on a burrito. And I'm getting some spicy green sauce, I don't even know what the hell it is. Maybe green chili sauce. And that's my entirety of the burrito. Not much to it.
They do the breakfast all day?
Well, technically it's not a breakfast burrito.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they do the chorizo and
they'll do chorizo and bacon.
Okay.
And technically they will do breakfast all day because I remember going there 6 o'clock really. And the guy asked me if I wanted egg on it because I was like, no, I said potato burrito, not breakfast, dude. Basically, potato burrito, people don't know, is basically a breakfast burrito just without the egg.
My God, Brandon's going to be driving around as a little rascal at the store.
Oh, dude, I'm going to freaking die. I'm excited for the one person who didn't make it to today's show. He's actually eaten the bastard, without splitting it or anything. He ate it. But he's also a guy who tried to tackle a 7-pound burrito as well, so...
Successfully.
For the most part, successfully. I mean, he had a few bites at the...
It did take him a couple hours, but yeah.
We got there, literally, folks, okay, there's a place called Jack and Grill is only in Colorado. They sell a 7-pound burrito, and our co-host Nick, who's not here, he tried to eat he ordered the 7-pound burrito. We had quite a few of us there just watching him eat this. We started about 6 to 7 o'clock. I don't know off the top of my head. He didn't get done eating till about 10. So, of course, he actually ate the damn thing because it took him 3 hours to fucking eat.
Yeah, his stubborn ass got it down.
Oh, yeah. And then what really made me feel like a dick was... Okay, so the store's closing down around 10 o'clock. It's about 9:30. Me and one of our friends, Sean, we're the last two people there watching him do his final bites. And we're hungry by now. We've been watching him eat this fucking thing for about 2.5 hours, we finally get hungry. They're closing down shop. We're like, hey, can we order something? Our waiter gave us this look ugh. We're like, I try not to be a dick to people at restaurants, but motherfucker, I felt bad after that, but it was I got the best thing I never even thought about doing. It was a hamburger with a hot dog in it. Basically, I don't know why I never thought of doing this. I do it all the time now when I make hamburgers. You get a hot dog, you cut it in half, and then you split that half down the middle, put it on the hot dog bun. Put it on a hamburger. Put it on top of your hamburger with the cheese, whatever else you want. It makes for a thick hamburger, but it makes for those two mix so freaking well, it's unreal. And I've done this mixture with even Italian sausage. Like Italian sausage sandwiches without the sauce on it. You get a nice flat Italian sausage patty, put it in a bun, put a hot dog on top of that. Tastes amazing. God damn it. See, you guys could tell I'm hungry because I keep talking about food.
It'd be perfect if we could transition into some food video game, but I don't think that exists right now. Cooking Mama, yeah.
Alright, so how about we get into an updated last week's Top 5. This is new, people. This is the first time I've seen this. First, before we get into Top 5, how you two doing?
I'm doing good, same as always.
Same as always, chained up in the basement. That's good. Dustin,
first week of school ain't going bad.
Dustin, I haven't spoken to you about a week. How you doing, man?
Full-time student. Fuck yeah.
He's a fucking student. Yeah, he's all the way down that Colorado Springs, down south. No, they don't.
Getting no smarts.
He's getting on education.
The fandangle computers and deals, yeah.
Actually, I think all three of us are. You going to college right now, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. See, it's kind of good that we don't have the Nick square this week, because that way I could just say Nick without have to go Nick G and remembering that. Because, folks, I have to say, outside of this podcast, I call him Nick. I do not call him Nicky G. So I try to, I do that for you and for me, because that gets so goddamn confusing when we have the Nick squared, and I'm like, hey, Nick, and yes? Yeah, so, anyways, Top 5, August 24th, 2013. We're going to start out with, actually, number 8. What? Why number 8, Brandon? Because most of the Top 5 is the same fucking game. Because for some reason, VG Charts likes to have them separate, and I hate that. I hate the fact that they do the sales separately. Like, honestly, it's not like you have, like, different companies working on the Saints Row for the 360 and Saints Row for the PS3. Same fucking company, just show me the overall sales. Oh, it just kind of annoys me they do that. But whatever. Number 8 is actually a game that I'm not surprised that hello. A game I'm not surprised that it's there, XCOM. Actually, I guess I had the title of this game, false, because it's actually called The Bureau XCOM Declassified. I did not know it was titled that. I always thought it was XCOM The Bureau, but I don't know. Yeah, that's number 8. It's not doing too hot, guys.
Yeah, you'll probably hear the review coming up. I'm not sure exactly when, but...
No, next week. Actually, it will be next week. I was going to say, fuck if I know, but no, I actually... I try to at least get one review out a week, so that way, you know, we're keeping up on stuff. Yeah, next week, because we just finished up putting up our Splinter Cell Bloody Times with Splinter Cell, and if people want a little hint on how much we record and how much I just stack up on my laptop... We literally just recorded, yesterday me and Nick recorded the Bloody Time for Lost Planet 3. So the fact that we just got done with our first part, our Bloody Time with Splinter Cell, just shows how much I stock up so that we always have content every day for you folks. Anyways, number 7, 6, and 5 are all the same fucking game, so it's not a problem. So we'll skip right up to number 5. It's Disney Infinity. Disney Infinity. Ugh, can't read it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty on top of games, and I had no fucking idea this game came out.
What the fuck is it?
It's a Disney game. It's Disney Infinity.
Is it where you play as, like, many different Disney characters?
Here, I'm gonna click on it, because our rest of our top 5
Disney stuff.
Simple. I really have no idea what the hell this is. I'm green. Disney Infinity is an action-adventure title being developed, Avalanche stuff. It's... Oh, fuck, I know what it is.
PlayStats? Like Skylander?
Yeah, you're right. It is exactly like Skylanders. It's similar to Skylanders. You buy the little characters. That's why I didn't know this game was coming out. Because I know games are coming out through GameFly because they get they don't get every game, but they get majority of them. So I'm just, I look at this and, you can't rent this game, people. There's no way to rent this game, unless you just went out and bought figures.
I know when we get Brandon for Christmas, you can paint those along with his little Warhammer figures and make them fight.
You don't paint these, sir. They're already painted. They're figures like Skylanders. You throw them on a little platform and then now you can play the figure in real life in the game. And I'm just like, it's perfect marketing for kids, but I don't know if kids really want to play, Sully and Jack Sparrow in the same game, I don't know. All I can say is the Skylanders thing. I actually know guys in their 20s that are into Skylanders, and some dude I work with tried to actually sell me on. I was like, no, Brandon, seriously, this is this is a really cool game. You have to get the figures. They're about like $6 a piece. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna punch you in the throat. They're about $6 a piece. You put them on the platform, and then you can play them in the game, and then it has like a good level it up system. I'm like, I'm not saying the game probably isn't a fun game for Spyro game. But you're trying to sell me on buying cute little action figures. And 2, you're trying to sell me on fucking action figures. Dude, I'm in my fucking 20s. I'm not gonna buy goddamn action figures.
Yeah, Brandon's like...
The guy coming from the guy who has Warhammer shit. That's what's up.
Yeah, Brandon's like,
I only recommend miniature.
Brandon's like, I'm a goddamn adult. Turns around, starts painting his Warhammer figures.
No, honestly. I know. I just got done saying, I'm not gonna buy those. Those are fucking toys. I'm not buying them. Let me get back to painting my Warhammer figures. Those things are miniatures. It's completely different. I have to put them together, and then I have to paint them. And then the game itself has math and all that shit involved. It's much more complicated. It's adult.
Sounds like work to me.
God. Okay, here's where I lose my nerd card, where I only actually gotten the figures. I'd never found anybody who actually wanted to play the game yet. So, yay! Anyways, the rest of the top 5 is just between the same 2 games, different platforms. So, people, we're gonna skip up to number 2 and number 1. So, number 2 is which one do you guys think is number 2 that came out last week?
It's without Saints Row and what?
It was.
I was probably not Saints Row. Saints Row was probably number 1. I don't know what the other one was.
Splinter Cell.
You were right, Nick. It is Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell is number 2, and my only thinking with that is because they didn't advertise it. I didn't see. I saw advertisements for Saints Row quite a bit, but I saw like none for the Tom Clancy game. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. I'm still in the middle of playing it because, well, assholes, I have to play all 3 of the games, so I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear anybody say, "Well, you're still playing it? You haven't even gotten to play Lost Planet yet?" Because I was playing the last fucking 3 games. Sorry, it takes me some time. I also work and go to school, so excuse the fuck out of me. I don't know why I'm getting mad at nobody who's doing that about this. It's not like I got a bunch of comments saying, Brandon, you're slow at doing this now. I don't know. I'm just getting mad. No, Splinter Cell Blacklist, honestly, this game is fucking great. This is a fantastic fucking game. Which is weird because if you people know me, I suck ass on stealth. As you saw in the Splinter Cell, I'm terrible at it. I can't be stealthy worth a shit. But, oddly enough, Splinter Cell kind of accommodates that. Most of the levels are like, hey, Brandon, if you get seen, we'll just send a few guys, you can kill them, and you can be back to being stealthy. And then they have a couple of sub-areas where you can't be seen or whatever. But they make it pretty self-explanatory what you gotta do not to get detected. So, I mean, it's my type of stealth. It's not good. It's not bad. It's not like a Hitman thing where if you get seen, or not Hitman Absolution, but it's not old school stealth, let's put it this way, where when you get seen, it's basically game over, start over, fuck you, player 1. And, of course, number 1, as everyone kind of pointed out, Saints Row 4. I don't think either one of you have played either one of these games, have you?
I played Saints Row 2.
You played Saints Row 2. Oh, okay, you played Saints Row 2. So far, out of your Saints Row 2 experience, what do you think of it? Because I've never played Saints Row 2.
It's just rehashed GTA. I mean, it's fun, but they put all their own, a few of their own things on it. More destruction, more just killing, but GTA, if you like the story of GTA, I'd go for GTA over this.
Well, yeah, okay. I kind of hear that about the earlier Saints Row. Saints Row 1 and 2 are kind of like the same thing. They're basically GTA knockoffs. It's not Saints Row 3 where they just go fucking crazy. And that's where I started out my Saints Row playing. And we'll have a review coming up Saints Row 4 and Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell sometime within the next couple weeks. I don't like to give dates because I'm not going to follow them, so I don't know. They will be out. We'll have reviews up for them, and like we said, the Bureau XCOM game will be next week. It will be probably about Tuesday, actually. Our review will be out. So that's it. That is our top 5, brought to you by Lipton Iced Tea. That's right, folks. Brandon's drinking iced tea right now. Actually, I just ran out, sadly. So let's get into some news, folks. I actually got some news. Yay! First part of a fun little part of news. It's actually my favorite news story to come out this week, but Nintendo has released the 2DS.
Yeah!
But it's going to be released October. What was it? October 12th. Yeah, that is it. And it's going to be priced around $130. It's basically a cheap 3DS for people who cannot afford the 3DS. I actually watched the commercial promoting the 2DS, and honestly, they weren't really getting me at all. They weren't compelling me to buy that they're like, it's like a 3DS, but in 2D. I'm like, really? No! Don't you lie to me. Basically, this 2DS is, the news article says it perfectly. It is the poor man's 3DS. It literally, if you can't afford a 3DS, but you still want to play the games without all that horrible 3D, you can play them now. Honestly, people have been kind of ragging on this for being, fucking Nintendo's being stupid and all that. I'm like, no, actually, I like the fact that
how can you dog on them for making an alternative to what they already have?
Well, not only is it an alternative, not only is it a cheaper alternative to what they already have, but it also plays DS games too. It plays like over 2,000 titles of DS games, which basically means all the popular ones that are worth a shit, it's going to play them. And then it also plays every 3DS game. I don't see what's the problem. It's cheaper. I never have jumped on this 3D bandwagon. So the fact that you make a cheaper handheld device, that works for me, honestly. I really kind of annoys me when I see, like, I want to buy a PlayStation Vita, but I don't want to drop, like, $200 and something on one. I understand it's like a half price of a console, but it's just like, that's half a price of a fucking console. It's just a handheld. I don't know. I really believe all handhelds should be like $130, in the $100 range. I don't know. That's me personally because, it's a handheld. I don't know. I don't give much credit to handheld gaming. I don't know. What do you guys think of the 2DS?
I think it's cool. Shit. It's like a fat Game Boy.
It really is.
I think it'll be pretty good. I mean, you hear some people complain about the 3D on the 3DS just because, you have to hold it up at somewhat of an angle. You have to have your eyes flat on the screen, so you have to kind of basically somewhat hold up your face. You just have to be even playing with it for the 3D to work. So I imagine this would just be kind of a relief. I mean, I'm not sure, but I believe you could actually turn off the 3D on the 3DS.
Yeah, you can. On the regular one, you can turn it off, but...
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe one of you guys can answer this. Maybe Dustin can. But why does the DS need the two screens? Like, when they're showing these people play the 2DS, they didn't have the little stylus or anything like that. Like, the original DS made sense with the two screens because they had the stylus and then you had the other screen. They were just using buttons. I don't understand why don't they just make a bigger screen and just cancel out having two screens?
Well, the touch screen features are there, so on the bottom, then your touch controls, you don't have to touch, like, the screen's kind of small, so if there's two of them, you can touch control on the bottom and actually see what's going on still.
Okay, so they still have the
being in the way. Yeah, just like when you play a game on your iPhone, or not, you don't have iPhone, but like Android, whatever.
iPhone,
yeah, your thumbs get in the way of the screen if you're trying to play a game with multiple buttons. Yeah.
I tend on my iPod. Yeah, you got me saying iPod. On my fucking on my phone, I really I play like Angry Birds maybe. I really don't play many games on my phone. So.
Yeah, they tend to be shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah, honestly,
I think that's the reason. I mean, shit, throw 3 screens on there. That's what I want.
You know what? I'm with you on that. I want to make a handheld that has like 4 screens. You're just like, fuck. Which one do I pay attention to? All of them.
I want to make I want to make a thing. It's kind of like a little rod or 2 little rods. You just pull it apart, and there's this like thin film screen. It's like you can store it in your pocket like the size of a pen. Open it up. It's got like touch controls and buttons on the sides. I don't know.
That would be pretty cool. All right, awesome. Yeah, that's 2DS. I'm the biggest Nintendo guy, though. Honestly, it's like nothing to me. So, next we'll just go to one of your stories and finish off my last one and go back to you. Alright?
Alright, we'll go with some somewhat small news, but Xbox One release date come out November 8th. So this is supposed to be, I think, a week before the PS4. Yes, exactly 1 week before it hits PS4.
Seriously.
Yep.
I'm not like dogging on them for doing that, but I was just like, hey asshole, everyone pre-ordered for console anyways. Like, people, I don't even know if you can just, if you're gonna be able to walk inside a Walmart and just buy an Xbox One. For a while, for at least a couple weeks. I mean, I've been dragging my feet. I think pre-order my people were on the Amazon and just bought it. So, I don't know. It's kind of like one of those things where I'm just like, really? I mean, everyone already pre-ordered the PS4. They're not going to be like, whoa, I guess since the Xbox One's out first, I'll go buy that. No, I'm joking. Yeah, it's fine, whatever. Alright. What do you think about it? I don't know. Any thoughts on that, guys?
It's commercial, so I don't think it's going to help with that much, especially with, the PS4 being a lower price.
Yeah, $100 lower. And, honestly, I really think this is funny, though, because towards the end of this generation we're in now, the whole war between Xbox and Sony kind of really just stopped. No one cared. The moment a new console comes out, holy mother God. I was seeing people going back and forth. Oh, you know why Xbox is better than PS1 before, or why PlayStation 4 is better than Xbox One, or blah, 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 blah. And now I'm slowly just thinking to myself, I'm just like, guys, they're just going to end up in the same path we're now. Where they just, they start out having all these exclusives and eventually all being the same fucking console.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't matter. If you're a gamer, you like the games. Like, the fucking console don't mean shit.
I don't have any loyalty to any company.
Yeah, fanboy. Like, if you're fanboying, what do you mean? Like, do you not like the games, or like what? You just really like the company? Like, I don't understand.
I've actually met these fanboys there, Dustin. I've met these fanboys where they're like, say, it was back when I really only had a 360 for a while, and I met a PlayStation 3 fanboy, and I was like, oh yeah, I have an Xbox. And Xbox sucks, but they don't have anything. Halo's stupid. Gears of War sucks. Oh man, these games are just gay. I'm just like,
what about like the 80% of the games that are on the PlayStation that are also on the Xbox? So you just don't like those either, or what?
I know, honestly, it's like, you dogging on the Xbox exclusives. I mean, so what? I mean, I don't give a shit what the play. I currently have both systems, and I do that because I don't like the exclusives. I don't get why companies would do that, except for the fact that the gaming company gives a nice little fun paycheck. To make it exclusive to their console. But, the good thing is, the good thing in my opinion is, most companies want to sell a lot of games, and the way you sell a lot of games, make it available to everybody. So, I honestly believe, this is me talking out of my ass, as someone so politely puts it, I honestly believe that it's just going to be like maybe the first year we're going to see some of these exclusives, and we definitely have the exclusives this first year. But later on down the road, it's going to be like how it is. Like maybe a year later, 2015, maybe it's going to be the same thing. We're going to see maybe you'll have Halos and Uncharted's, and that's it. Those are going to be like the exclusives to each brand.
I don't know. I think each brand has like positive reasons why they want their exclusives. So,
well, I mean, they need their exclusives to make a reason to buy a console. If there wasn't any exclusives, then everyone would just go for the cheaper one. I mean, honestly, if they were just like, yeah, there's no exclusive, Halo's coming out on PlayStation, there's no reason for you to buy the Xbox. It'd just be who has the cheaper console then. So they need the exclusives, but it's just like, eventually, once everyone has their hands on a console, that's when the exclusives stop. Except for the big ones like Gears and Halo and Uncharted and Killzone, Those ones will always be exclusive just because they're actually brands of those types. Anyways.
Well, one thing too, I think why this is, these launches are kind of being so big, especially because, even nowadays, this is kind of some of the first new consoles for some of, the younger generation here. This is their first big console change, because a lot of them have, had the PS3 for so long, or the Xbox 360, that this is just going to be something supposedly bigger and better for them.
And that one poor kid who had the Wii the entire time. No, I agree with you. Because those things have been out for like 7 years. Yeah, the Xbox, it's been out for 7 years now. The Xbox 360. See, us people, I'm not saying we're a bunch of grouchy old men, but we've seen a few console changes. We've been there for the N64. We've been there when it changed over to PlayStation 2 to, we've been there for a few console changes. Like, for a while there, every year I was getting a new console. I was getting I started out with PS2, then I got a GameCube, then I got a freaking Xbox, and then I switched right to Xbox 360. And then I was with that for actually quite some time. I'm not gonna lie. Never owned a Wii. Never wanted to either. But, yeah, here's a small little tidbit of news. Just kind of weird. Not really weird, but they're making a Lego minifigures online. It's a MMO. They got an MMO from the people who made Age of Conan and the Secret World. Age of Conan I heard okay things about, and Secret World I heard meh things about too. So the fact they're going to be tackling I don't know what you would do with a Lego MMO. Like, I don't know if they're mixing all the Lego universes together type thing, where they're like, oh, you have ninjas here, and then you have space things here and pirates here. Like, I don't know what they're doing.
Lego
Team up and kill enemies. That's what every MMO is about, pretty much.
It will have a PvP thing, which is kind of weird. And apparently players will be able to collect around 100 characters in all and can swap between 3 playable characters in a given moment during the game. So, before on top 10, that's about it. Yeah, that's basically, it's kind of a different type of MMO to my knowledge, because you don't just pick one character, you don't create your own character and just be like, oh, I'm gonna be this badass dwarf and I'm just gonna level him up. But it seems like you actually find characters and you just pick them. And maybe you can customize them a little bit, but you can pick between 3 of them, and didn't mention anything about leveling up or anything like that, because they didn't say it's just a multiplayer online game, not MMORPG, so I don't know.
Can't wait to see the PvP, just little Lego people dismembering each other.
No, I can't wait to see that PvP on chat, where you hear a bunch of like 5-year-olds saying, "Take that, fucking asshole." That's what I can't wait for, because you know it's going to be targeted towards kids, and then you're going to get like those couple like maybe 12, 13-year-olds playing that game, and they're going to be cussing up a fucking storm. Because they listen to the Bloody Screen podcast and we're bad influences. Because I really just caught myself doing that. I'm like, yeah, they're going to be fucking cussing the whole goddamn time. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know what the hell is fucking wrong with these kids.
They're just words. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they are just words. And honestly, South Park made an excellent point in their movie when they're like, it's just a fucking word, man. It ain't hurting nobody. I'm like, I agree. It's just a word. It should not hurt anybody. And this is coming from a guy who's gotten in trouble at his job for cussing. Because some got offended I used fuck. Because I say fuck, they're going, I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. Alright, and Nikki G, what other news you got?
Well, Brian, I think you're going to have to pre-order that soon, because according to Sony, the PlayStation 4 pre-orders are breathtakingly high. They've exceeded over 1 million copies being pre-ordered so far.
Jesus.
But of course, the PS4 is going to be coming out November 15th in North America, so, I mean, even online, there have been people who have already pre-ordered, multiple PS4s and are selling double the price. So.
Oh my God. I don't know anyone who's going to be dumb enough to pay like $800 for the PS4. I'm sorry. I don't care if I'm not able to get one right away, because let's be honest, people. If I can't get one November 15th, guess what? November 30th, around there, I'll be able to get one. They're not going to be that. They're going to make them. They're going to make them before 2013's over. Plus, all the games that are coming out right now are going to be for the PS3 and Xbox 360 anyway, so it's not that big a deal. So, if you pay $800 for a PS4, well, I just called you stupid. You're fucking money.
Well, I think that most people would probably do that are just people, they have to be part of that trend. They have to have that, be part of the whole new generation console launch, so,
I understand, I guess I understand that feeling, because, I mean, I like to play new games. I like to play everything that's new. Even if I probably won't even like it, I'll still try it out. Something our other host, Nick, has given me a bunch of grief over, where I'll sit there like, Brandon, I don't know why you buy games you don't even know if they're going to be good or not. I'm like, technically you don't know if any game you buy is going to be good or not unless you already played it, so that doesn't, your argument is already flawed. You'd be like, oh, GTA is going to be so awesome. Probably. You don't know. You don't know if GTA 5 is going to be really that great. It might be complete shit. And no one really knows until it's out.
And that's why you watch gameplay videos.
Well, you can watch game. There's a little bit this way. They showed some gameplay videos of like Aliens, Colonial Marines, and what they came out with was a little bit different.
Not like the publisher released, like just regular old people, like Bloody Time.
I was like Bloody Time. Well, honestly, people, unless you're doing what we do, reviewing games for no money at all and just doing it just because it's a hobby of yours. Unless you're reviewing games or you're doing or whatever, or you have to have them for whatever reason, I would really always say wait and hear the reviews. Just search it up online, because the moment the game comes out, there's going to be a buttload of reviews from all the big names. I actually get early copies of it. Or you can listen to the Bloody Screen podcast where you get a later review, but, whatever.
Yeah, be patient in your life. Do some things you enjoy other than video games, and wait.
Save your money a little bit, Go see some movies for real quick. But, yeah, just listen to because we're, honestly, if you're gonna get an honest review, you're gonna have to you don't listen to those big names. I'm calling you out, other IGN. Yeah, we don't get paid off by anybody because we don't get paid at all. So you're gonna get the most honest opinion from us. Yeah, see, that's the best way to pimp our site. You want an honest opinion? Is people don't get paid at all. They have nothing to lose.
Great, we're gonna be assassinated.
I know. I'm just gonna keep fighting. Each week I'll just pick a fight with a new video game place until we start getting like them pissed off at us. Like next week it's you, GameSpot.
I think there's an IGN truck outside my house.
I know.
They might be spying on us.
I think it's
they're sending a Colombian hit squad after us now.
Get assassinated by some GameStop ninja with his pre-ordered sword.
I know his pre-ordered sword. It hasn't come in yet though. Actually, you know what? You mentioned GameStop real quick before we get into some of our, questions and stuff. I went into GameStop fucking Wednesday to buy Lost Planet 3. That was the best experience I've ever had. Like one of the best experiences I had at that GameStop that's near near us. I walk in, I say, "Hey, you got any copies of Lost Planet 3? Let me look. Oh, yeah, here it is. And here's my money. Here's your game. Don't forget." And then they say, "Hey, you can take a survey if you want to, or if not, don't worry about it." And she let me walk out. There was no, "Hey, would you like to pre-order something?" Or, "Hey, would you like to?" No, it was, "Oh, here you go, sir. Here's your game. Thank you. Goodbye."
I don't trust it. It's a trap.
It was weird. I know. Maybe they gave me a game for free, so I start saying go to GameStop now.
Oh God, we've become one of them. One of us. One of us.
I'm not as I'm like counting my money. Yeah, they don't do that at all. They're pretty cool now. Hell, I traded my game in. I took back Lost Planet. They gave me $60 for it. It's weird. Honestly, I know everyone gets. I have to defend GameStop once more. I mean, I'm not the biggest GameStop fan, but I have to defend them once more. People get on them about like, "Oh yeah, if you trade in, say, if you wanted to trade in Lost Planet right now, you only get $30 for it." That's anywhere, guys. Anywhere you trade that game in, they're going to give you half price for it. Sorry, if they can't sell it for full price, they're not going to give you fucking full price.
I feel like most of those people bitching about that don't understand the point of resale.
I know.
You don't make money by fucking giving everyone a damn good deal on everything.
I know. I was like, I hate to tell people that they have to mark it up on you. People are like, "Well, they give me $30 and then they upsell for $55." I'm like, that's how they do it. They upsell everything. You think they're buying those games for $60? No, they don't buy those games that much. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's like, it's anywhere. You go to the grocery store, guess what? They get their groceries for pennies on the dollar, and then they upsell it. Oh my God! It's just one of those things that some people just don't realize. And that's me done defending GameStop because they spent when I returned a new unopened copy, something I said, "Hey, can I get my money back for it?" And they said no, it can only be store credit. I'm like, really? I didn't pay in store credit. That's weird. I remember paying with cash. Next time I'll bring in Monopoly money and being like, "Sorry, I can only pay this money."
Well, you're a gamer. Store credit is just as good as money, dude.
It is, unless I needed, that was when I was a little strapped for cash because I just quit UPS at the time. So I was a little strapped for cash and I take back a brand new game and they say, I wanted the $60 for me. I didn't need the $60 so I could buy another game. But, and nowadays with me being, employed, I'm, fuck it, I'll just do store credit, whatever. But then again, if I have a new game, I'm going to probably, play it. Anyways. Oh, what do you guys want to get into first? The guy who's being an asshole or the guy who actually has a legitimate question?
Asshole.
Okay. Alright. We're getting into the asshole. So, Slapnut67, he left a little comment on our, Bloody Time, which I would have brought it up with Nick because, he was on the Bloody Time with me, but he's not here, so because I would want to get Nick all riled up. But Slapnut67, which, hey, Slapnut, I know what you're doing. I notice you're changing your name by number each time. Last week, Slapnut69, comment Slapnut68. Now Slapnut67? Come on, what are you doing, buddy? I know who you are.
Like he thinks that's going to trick you or something? like he's even trying to trick you.
I don't know what happens when we get to 0. Is that are you gonna like start posting porn on here? Like, I don't know. But basically, I don't know. This guy, we found to troll people. Basically, does Brandon always talk out of his ass? Half of what he says is true. The other half is speculation. The other guys are the others are just guessing. It's still entertaining unless you guys fumble around. There's no real question. The only question there is, do I talk out of my ass?
I would say yeah.
I'll let you guys answer that.
What's wrong with talking out of your ass, though? Everyone does it. Well, not everyone should, but whatever. Fuck it.
I talk out of my ass, Nikki.
Well, saying he is the boss of this, yes.
It's not like I pay you guys. The moment I start paying and getting money from this, from ads or whatever, then you guys are gonna have to start. If you want your money, you're gonna have to start being nicer. At least he said you guys are guessing.
Well, I mean, what is he referring to? Is he referring to the just gaming information, or just?
I guess he doesn't go into details about anything. It's not like saying like, when Brandon mentioned about fucking zombie games a couple weeks ago, he didn't know what he was talking. I think he's just going overall. And I do say, you are correct, sir. I do talk out of my ass sometimes, most of the time. And a lot of it is speculation. And some of it is cold, hard facts that I do know. I mean, this is about the only topic. Video games is about the one thing I could fucking talk about forever, because it's like the one thing I actually read about, know about, yada, yada, yada. Believe me, I've had to school some gamers on how they do. Yeah, what? And come at me, Slapnut. Come at me. What do you got? We'll have a gamer off. Let's see what you know. Huh? 1977. What Pac-Man game came out? Oh, trick question. Pac-Man wasn't out in 1977. Fuck you. Actually, I have no idea when Pac-Man came out.
See, there he goes. Talking out of his ass again.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, thank you, Slapnut. Thank you. Keep it up, though. Keep it up. You're at least keeping us something to talk about. Alright, now we'll get on to our actual fan. I guess, Slapnut, I'll say thank you. You still say we're entertaining. I'll take that as a compliment. Jason, how's it going, Jason? You're cool. Maybe you're Slapnut. Maybe you're both. You split personality, Jason?
You two-faced motherfucker.
You're just getting pissed off, head. Fuck you, Jason. What the fuck, man? Huh? Oh, you two-faced son of a bitch. Huh? You think, if I put a different name in, because he's not going to know the difference. Before we get into the questions, the Jason's question, people, I look at the traffic we get on this site, and we get decent traffic. I mean, compared to other internet, we get jack shit, but we do get people. We get quite a few people. I won't tell the actual numbers. Nikki G knows the actual numbers as well. He told me a very good point I need to make. If you comment, the site will sometimes say, put in your email address. You don't need to. It's if you want me to contact you back. If you want me to be able to fucking email you for whatever goddamn reason, you put in your email address. You could put in a fucking website you run, and it will have a link for a website. But if you just want to ask a question, you just need a name and your comment. That's all you need. So, literally, people, don't worry about it. Okay? So, I just want to, I don't know if I need to think that something on the site itself saying, if you want to comment, don't worry about your email. It's not like I'm going to...
Doesn't it say optional and parentheses?
Yeah, it does say, I don't know. See, I'm trying to figure out...
Yeah, I think, okay.
I'm just trying, I see the traffic we get, and I'm just like, really, why are people just... I'll discuss a little bit once we're done recording what my thoughts really are, what's going on. Anyways, Jason, you asked, nice question. Microsoft talked about testing ideas where trolls and assholes would be put in different servers from normal players. So basically, that would mean, like, say, us three guys we'd be playing with us three because, from what I've heard, it's majority of people on the internet kind of are assholes. Slapnut. So, once a player gets a certain amount of votes, they will be kicked into private servers for trolls. Where do you guys fall on this? And do you think it's a good or bad thing? Would it work? I'll first, because, I've had a couple things and I talk a little too much, but, alright, let me just get my answer out of the way and I'll let you guys discuss this. First of all, it's a novel idea. It really is a good idea. I believe it could be, for people that have a better online experience. Because it's one of the reasons why I don't play online is because I don't like dealing with assholes. I don't like getting those messages saying how much I suck at a fucking video game because I don't really give a shit. I really don't. Yes, Slapnut, I don't give a shit if I suck at stealth, dude. Or if I suck at video games at all. I don't care. It's me. It's my hobby. Whatever. I don't care, and I don't need to be reminded about it. So, the only problem is the voting. Because what is stopping these trolls from just what's stopping someone from just voting anybody they play with? And just keep, I don't know how many amount of votes they need, but I don't know. If you're a big Call of Duty guy, you play a lot of Call of Duty, say if you need about 100 votes to get put into the asshole server, and you're just good, what's stopping people from just getting pissed off because you're better than them from putting you into the troll server because you're better than them? They need to have some type of regulation. Like, you need to be...
That means the more times you vote, the less valuable all your votes become.
That would be something. If they...
The more you play the game, and the more, in-game stats you have, and if you don't vote very often, your votes may be counted for more credit.
You only vote maybe, once every 6 months or something like that. You vote hardly at all. Maybe your votes are counted way more, but if you're that asshole, it's oh, this guy, he shouldn't be chainsawing right now in Gears of War. Vote, 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 vote. No, see, that's where I'm drawing the line right now. I'm just it could be a good thing if they know how to regulate it good. Dustin, you kind of have an answer for this.
Yep.
What's your answer?
Slight problem though there. A large group of people can still get together and all vote one guy. So it would have to be, the votes would have to come in in the game, or after the game, and you had just played with that guy.
True.
So you can't just type in Ballsack, or what was his name?
Slapnut69.
Slapnut69. Everyone go type in his name and downvote him. If you could do that, this whole system could be manipulated badly. And
I figure it's similar to the stars thing they kind of do now.
Yeah.
How you have the reputation.
Yeah.
Where you can't badmouth anybody unless you played with them. You can't be well, that guy was unsupportive. I figured that's kind of what they're going to be doing, where that's kind of the stars thing. I figure it's going to be, because, it's damn near impossible to get 5 stars. You need 2 people to say you're great and you have 5-star reputation. To my knowledge.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, but to get down to at 3 stars or whatever, you need you'd probably, if you were 5-star reputation to get down to 3 stars, you would need to piss off quite a few people. And I figured that's kind of what they're doing here. If you're that guy who pisses off everybody because you just get in there and just start talking shit to everybody saying, oh, well, I like to fuck your mom every night. Hey, I fuck you. You're going to be the guy getting a lot of negative shit. I really think they should just do it by voice comms, too. Because we all have our tropes that we hate that gamers do. I don't like campers, really. I don't think camping's a viable tactic, in my opinion. But would I get pissed off? Do I get pissed off at that player personally? No, I'm fucking camper, and that's all I do. Not I'm oh, he shouldn't be allowed to play anymore. I'm no, I don't get pissed off at them. I don't write them angry letters or anything like that. Back when I used to get in Gears 2, and I used to get fucking angry messages for chainsawing. I was dude, it's a fucking part of the game. You can't get mad at someone for chainsawing when you just press B. It's actually harder to chainsaw than it is to shoot them. I don't know how you're getting mad at me.
Slight problem with the fighting the trolls and everyone else. A lot of different people would have different perceptions about what a troll really is.
Yeah, that's also true.
Some people who take the game seriously would think that just by sucking, you're trolling because you could easily do better, dude, and you're holding the whole team down. And you're that could be taken as trolling by someone, and I don't know. It's all the votes would all come in from different opinions of people, and I don't know.
Nick himself, if he ever played Call of Duty, would get fucking thrown on this. Because, not only does he basically, he trolls without even talking. All he has to do is troll just by running around the edge of the map the whole time. Nikki G, what do you think of this?
Well, I think it really does depend on what they're kind of like. I think if they're talking about gameplay itself, I don't think they would do that. I think they might be referring to more like, people who would, cuss out people or just say inappropriate, just flat out just offensive things. And even so, it's kind of what Dust said is like, what's stopping even, a society from, trolls who, I don't know, formed on the internet for some reason to get together and just start voting, normal players who haven't done anything to these servers.
True. I also have to make a point. This is really unnecessary for them also. Because, okay, say you have a troll on Xbox Live. Xbox Live example. Okay, you got this guy, he's messaging you, like, maybe you played against him in Call of Duty, and you kicked his ass. So, or maybe, something happened where he's like, he's getting pissed off, he's calling you names, doing all this. You can mute his ass. You can just mute him. Then you don't have to hear it. And then if he starts sending you messages, guess what you can do? Block him. I mean, it's not that hard to get rid of trolls on Xbox. You just, you block him. If you block him, guess what? You never play with him ever again once you leave that server. He's gone. The server will know. Xbox Live knows never to put you in the same game as him. And it really is one of those things where I'm just like, this really isn't necessary. I mean, I don't know. I don't play enough online, Dustin. You play the most online. Actually, I think you and Nick here play more online than me. Are trolls really that big of a problem that we need to have this, put in?
I don't think they are. I mean, but I don't know. Like right now, a lot of games use like True Skill, and they use a lot of like algorithms that actually do this kind of thing in a different way. I mean, I think overall they improve the game generally, but regardless of what's going to happen, you're always going to get dicks, and you've just kind of got to get over that fact. I think.
Yeah.
That's just people, you're playing with real people. Yeah. That's the fucking rule. When you go online, people are they change,
Yeah, it has actually been scientifically proven when someone like Slapnet69, whatever it is, that when they get behind a keyboard, they become a bad motherfucker.
Keyboard tough guy.
Keyboard tough guy. Guarantee if he saw me and my muscular physique in front of him, he would be scared shitless.
Online ego, man.
Yeah. Why'd you guys laugh when I say muscular physique? That's kind of offensive.
You're muscular. Yeah, I mean. Dude, you've got enough muscle to, like, walk and move and talk and do some other shit.
That means that badass who rides a scooter's muscular.
Yeah, that's just big, man. I don't like dealing with vague quantities, if you haven't noticed. I like shit to be plain and black and white.
Black and white. He hates it when he's playing freaking one of those games that have one of those really dark choices. Like, no, good or evil. Pick one. None of this gray shit.
Well, no, dude. Good and evil is the most gray shit out there, yo. What is good and what is evil, man? That's the most vague thing you could say.
Well, it's black and white, yeah.
No, black and white as in 1 and 0, like this or that. True or false, I don't know.
Alright.
See, there was already a misconception there.
There we go. Nice. So you say black and white, so I think you have option A or option B. No middle ground there.
Yeah, see? Misconceptions. All over the place.
But yeah, that's basically what...
So, speaking of, what was your guys' worst troll experience?
I think I've mentioned it before. Just any time, like back in the day when I used to play Gears of War 2. Like I never got any trolls from Call of Duty, to be honest with you. But like Gears of War 2, even 3 didn't have any because I really didn't play it that much. But 2 had a lot of fucking trolls on there. Like I would get people like just berating me for shit, either doing too good, doing too bad, doing just whatever. I can't tell you how many times. Hell. It was the best thing. So Gears of War 2 came out when I was still back in high school when Gears 2 was out. And this makes me feel really good about myself for some reason. But the guy, he gets in this, he's probably some fucking 12-year-old or something. But I didn't feel like typing something, so I sent him an audio message saying like, oh dude, just stop being a little vagina and all that. And, I said something, I don't know what I said to him. And then he sends me something saying, and in his voice, and it's like this little raspy voice. Oh no, I think he said something in his voice. I'm like, dude, you sound like you're fucking 12. And he said I sounded like a 40-year-old. I'm like, well, that makes me feel happy. Apparently I have a deep enough voice to convince you that I'm an adult. Little do you know, I was in high school. Nah. I don't know. Dustin, you have any bad trolling experiences? You're a pretty likable guy. It's hard for me to picture anyone trolling you.
Yeah, I mean, people, the only time I ever get trolled is due to people having an opinion that I'm lacking skill. The first thing you gotta understand about that is that everyone eventually does bad in a game.
Yeah. Exactly.
Even though, like, I'm pretty much average in most shit, a lot of times I suck, and then people are like, dude, no, not a lot of times, but occasionally, people are like, you suck, and I'm just like, thanks. And then they usually say shit after that.
When you just thank them, thank you for your compliment. What?
Yeah, some guy sent me a Xbox message with text, and he was like, yeah, I think it just said 2 words, so bad, and I just replied, thanks, dude. He didn't reply back, and he was probably confused as shit, and he was like, well, obviously this guy doesn't care, and I don't, because why would I care?
That's something that you just mentioned don't care, and I never understand why people get so invested, especially in online games, where I'm just like, whether you do bad or good, it's not going to affect anything. Like, at least in the story mode, if you do bad, you're like, oh, I can't continue in the story. If you do bad online, it's just like, oh, well, there's next match. Oh, well.
One thing, though, I do play a lot of League of Legends, and that community is horrible. Like, there's so many trolls and so many, like,
oh, yeah,
people who get pissed. And, like, well, I think it's just because of the nature of the game. It's 5v5. Like, everyone, like, if one person messes up, you're gonna have a very hard time winning. So you kind of need that teamwork there, and people will get pissed if you just make the littlest mistakes.
Well, it's V5, and it's like an hour-long matches.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there playing with these same people for quite some time. If they're sucking, you're gonna get up some, you're gonna develop bile for them. You're like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah. That's just why I face the computer on it, because I'm always afraid I'm going to be the freaking idiot who doesn't know how to play. Especially, WoW nowadays, I'm pretty good at it. Because, I've played it for a couple of years, so, I know what to do and not to do, but League, it's like, oh shit, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing for most of the time, just because I just started, so it's like, yeah, screw it.
Well, we did that one news story where that kid, he's like a 16-year-old kid or whatever, he was gonna shoot up a school or something, jokingly, on League of Legends. He got arrested. He's I don't know how his court case ever went down.
I think there was another kid who did that on Facebook, too, and got in trouble.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Jokingly. You could tell there was a...
Why would you... honestly... Okay.
What?
Before we end the show today, I have to say one little thing of, why the fuck would you joke about shooting up a school? Like, I say some pretty sadistic shit. I say some messed up fucking shit on my Facebook, as some people have, my friends have seen. I'll say, nothing truly offensive, but I'll say something about, like, killing hobos or something.
Nothing truly offensive.
I doubt this guy is one, on Facebook, and two, able to get on the computer. But, shooting up a school, I just don't get, I never, like, heard someone make, a, let's go shoot some children joke and be like, ha! Now, I am still that guy who wants to kill children in games, just because I think that needs to be done now. Especially if they just let me kill that kid who keeps going, Mom! Mom! I want ice cream! And you could just be like, I'm gonna punch him. Let me just kick him in the face. Anyways, on that note, you've been listening to the Bloody Screen podcast. New updates coming up really soon. We're gonna be getting our own domain soon, people. Why? So I can make money off this. So, I'm greedy. I want to make money off this, and I figured out I need my own domain to actually get money from the ads. So, I will change the site name. It's going to be still something Bloody Screen something or other. Yeah. So, don't worry, it's not going to be that. It's different. And honestly, I think if you type in bloodyscreen.weebly, you'll still get to the same place. So, not a big deal, people.
We'll have some new models. We'll pretty much have a new kind of site. We have to switch stuff over, but. Basically, have a new model site and just new model characters.
Do you think you could put a link on the old site to the new site?
Well, it is going to be basically. I'll explain this to you some other time. So after we're done recording, Dustin, what's basically happening. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, we're basically revamping the site. We're revamping where character models are going to be different. They're going to be us, not our tags. That's all. We got big updates coming, people. So yeah, tune in and we'll keep you updated on everything. Don't worry, you will not be lost. I will be your shepherd in the light. I don't know. Fuck it. Dude, that's it, everybody. Just whatever. Good night. Go to sleep.
Adios.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.